The Honorable David A. Straz Jr., Jeannie Gaffigan, and Jim Gaffigan, by the power vested in me by the state of Wisconsin and the trustees of Marquette University, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws and Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present Jeannie Gaffigan and Jim Gaffigan.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. Can I have that one?
All right, yeah, you take that one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, honored graduates of, what's that word?
Marquette.
Okay. Marquette. What's that word?
University. Marquette University. Good morning, honored graduates of Marquette University. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Thank you, President Mike Lovell, Provost Dan Myers, the Honorary David Stratz Jr., Marquette's Vice Presidents, Deans, and Board of Trustees for inviting us to speak at this wonderful occasion. As a former Marquette graduate, not that long ago, a couple of years ago, okay, a long time ago, in another lifetime, I received my diploma from Marquette University here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh, I love Milwaukee. Wait, this is Milwaukee, but it's not snowing outside.
Yes, yeah, we usually come to Milwaukee during Christmas time, and there's usually snow, but right now it's just cold, but there's not snow, because it's May.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where are all the drunk people?
Focus, Jim. Okay. Anyway, ever since my graduation all those years ago, a few minor things have happened in my life.
So wait a minute, I'm a minor thing?
Well, probably the most significant thing that will happen in all your lives is choosing to share your life with someone else. For some of you, it might be right away. For some of you in 5 years, some of you in 10 or more. I mean, Jim didn't even meet me until 12 years after he graduated from Georgetown.
Those were the happiest 12 years of my life.
Thank you. Right now, most of you are not joined with your life partner. You have yet to receive your vocation. You stand at the beginning of your careers. Years of classes, papers, and exams behind you.
And years of debt in front of you. I'm sure a lot of you have debt. That's brutal. I don't think we should send our kids to college.
Jim.
I'm just saying.
You stand with an excellent education and a diploma in hand, ready to go out into the world armed with new ideas, ambition, and a passion to change the status quo for the better.
It seems like a lot of you go down to Water Street and get drunk. I mean, it's like New Year's Eve on Water Street every night. You drive by there, it's like Prohibition just ended.
Marquette University, in the Jesuit tradition of education, has given you more than just a diploma. Each one of you, whether you know it or not, has a flame deep inside of you that has been lit by your years here at Marquette.
That, or by the extra jalapenos you had at Conajitos last night. I love that place. I love all places.
Marquette has not made you the person you are today. They have done much more by helping shape the person that you will become.
Oh, that's good, Jeannie. That was good.
Thank you, Jim. How does a Jesuit education differ from a diploma at another university?
It's more expensive. mean, right?
The parents like that one. It's difficult not to think about graduation from a university as the end of something. Even those of you who are going right into grad school or you have a job lined up.
Or you're going to Water Street.
It's difficult not to think about this day as crossing the goal, reaching the end. But one of the gifts that you've been given by receiving a Jesuit education is the understanding that learning is a lifelong process. Personally, the more I learn, the more obvious it becomes how much I don't know.
That's right. If you ever meet someone who thinks he or she is the smartest person in the world, well, you should know I'm that one. No, I guarantee you, people that think themselves as really smart are dumb. Like those weirdos who don't like cheese. What's wrong with them? I mean, come on. Anyway, there is always another level of education to pursue in all of life's experiences.
What will you become? How can you become the best that you can be? You have learned to think critically. You know not to accept blindly the ideas projected by society and the media. You know you must listen and think for yourselves to form your own beliefs. Your incredible teachers and professors here did not just merely feed you facts, but rather they gave you a map of how and where to find your own answers. You have learned from your Jesuit education that you must embrace good ethics and values in all the decisions that you are going to have to make for the rest of your life. Not because you want to be known as a good person, but because the true value in having the highest standard for yourselves in ethics and values is the effect it will have on others around you. You must present a genuine and solid moral example for all the people whose lives you touch. Be good.
By that she means, do as I say, not as I do.
Thanks. Thank you, Jim. As Pope Francis says,
I call him Frank.
As Pope Francis says, goodness spreads, as does joy. What you become, and as you become, you have the incredible opportunity to touch all of those around you. Your mission is to find God in everything and to find joy in everything life has to offer, even in its pains and its sorrows. And that is a tall order.
I never understood that tall order. It's a tall order, you know? I mean,
Okay, anyway, goodness spreads.
like they never say fat order, right? It's always tall order. It's like they're trying to alienate fat people. It's very anti-fatty.
Jim, I'm glad you brought that up because another important characteristic of a Jesuit education is a commitment to justice. Without justice, you cannot have peace. You already recognize and will continue throughout your lifetime to recognize injustice in society. This is not just pertinent to the obvious cases of physical violence and human suffering that we continue to witness, but also in less obvious forms of injustice that deeply wound the human spirit. You are called to keep your faith alive in a world that suffers. Your mandate to be a warrior of social justice is more than just a choice. It is a deep stirring within you, an energy in your innermost thoughts and feelings, in the deepest of your human emotions, to do what is right, to help people around you, for the good of others and the good of society. We are moved to understand that we have a responsibility for others that goes far beyond our own personal comfort, needs, and desires.
Wait a minute, but I mean, it's okay to be comfortable too, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
It's okay.
A what's that?
Saint Ignatius.
Okay. Saint Ignatius, who I often read in my spare time, said, love ought to manifest itself in deeds rather than in words. We can say we care for society and for each individual, but what meaning does that have if we do not show it?
So Jim can say, I love you, Jeannie, but if his actions don't show it, then his words have no meaning.
Yeah, and Jeannie can say, I love you, Jim, but if her actions don't show it, somehow it's my fault. Right? Anyway, actions speak louder than words. And this applies to self-care. Believe me, I'm a big fan of self-care.
He is.
Some would say I'm a self-care fanatic. But seriously, caring for yourself goes beyond sleeping late and treating yourself to that third cheeseburger at Culver's. Caring for yourself is a way of honoring the fact that you are loved by God just as much as He loves the people you are committing yourself to take care of.
This is where we can admit a big failure in our lives.
A little over a year ago, we were caught up in life. Our 5 kids getting older, work getting busier, our commitment spreading ourselves thinner and thinner. The more we gave, the less we took care of ourselves. Lack of sleep, bad diet, too much coffee, pretty much exactly what you all did during final exams, but we did it every day.
A routine MRI for hearing loss revealed that I had a massive tumor, severely compressing my brainstem. We quickly learned that we had to stop everything, and I had to have an urgent craniotomy.
That means brain surgery.
They know that, Jim.
Well, I don't know. Some of them don't look like they do.
After the initial shock and the subsequent frenetic planning, we began to feel something that surprised us both.
And no, it wasn't hunger, all right? I mean, there was always hunger, right? I mean, I'm always hungry.
We were overwhelmed with an amazing sense of gratitude.
How could such a potentially tragic diagnosis yield a feeling of gratitude?
Throughout my diagnosis, treatment, and recovery, the common theme for both of us was gratitude.
We were grateful that our pediatrician forced Jeannie to go get her ear checked out when she noticed Jeannie wasn't hearing properly at our children's doctor's visit.
We were grateful that my childhood best friend and fellow Milwaukeean, Dr. John Broderick, had grown up to become a neurologist at Froedtert Hospital, and I was able to send him my scans and help me make a plan.
We were grateful for Jeannie's mother and father, both Marquette graduates, by the way, Louise and Dominic Noth. Can we point them out over there? Please stand up, Louise. And Dom, stand up, you bastards. These perfect human beings. They are exceptional people, and they and their 9 offspring came and helped us with our too many kids.
We were very grateful that the first surgeon we met was the top guy in the country and possibly the world to deal with this very specific type of brain tumor.
We were grateful that I could leave work to take care of Jeannie, and that my boss was not mad at me because, well, my boss is Jeannie anyway.
Aside from these enormous, miraculous, life-saving reasons to be grateful, there was this principle of gratitude that pointed directly to God's work in other humans.
When Jeannie was in the ICU on a ventilator and a feeding tube, the outpouring of support and generosity, even in the smallest gestures, stunned us.
Rather than focusing on the fact that I was just in that bed, I watched all these angels of mercy, from the visitors to the nurses staying around the clock for all those suffering patients, to the workers that collected the gowns and mopped the floors, the nurses. Gratitude that humanity could be so good. What was it in those people that made them want to care for others and serve their fellow man?
People sent notes, cards, gifts, and messages over social media expressing love and support. In a total evaluation of the experience, I would give humanity an A+.
Every day that passed in my long journey of recovery, I found that my understanding of gratitude multiplied with each passing moment. After my food tube and tracheotomy were removed, the simple act of a sip of water, a taste of food, had new meaning to me. Breathing without an oxygen tank, taking a shower, walking outside, these seemingly mundane tasks that I had taken for granted for so long now seemed like mini miracles. My children couldn't come to the ICU, so being with them again gave me a new level of love, a new sense of purpose. They all seemed like gifts. Every time I touched them, it felt like a gift.
Our children are gifts. Loud, expensive, slightly annoying, but gifts nonetheless. They're like gifts that are cute but complain about really minor things and don't help. And if they do help, they do a poor job of helping. But they're gifts.
With this renewed sense of gratitude came a renewed sense of purpose. What was it that made all those people want to serve others? How could I cultivate that further in myself and in my children?
And how could we keep this gratitude going? As Jeannie got better and better, life got more normal. As grateful as we were for every baby step forward towards health, the noise of life was increasingly drowning out our prayers of gratitude.
Right now, only a year out, it's easy to remember how lucky, how blessed we are to even be standing here in front of you all today. But what about in 5 years, in 10?
Well, I'll probably be dead because your gifts killed me. Just kidding, kids. In all seriousness, we have made a pledge to find the gratitude and the miracle in everything, every day for the rest of our lives. And now, we invite you to join us in this pledge. Please place your right hand over your heart and repeat after me. Do it. I solemnly swear. I'm kidding, I'm not going to make you do that. But you went for it, I'm proud of you.
You know, look, the moral of this speech is not, it takes a tumor to give you gratitude. Rather, take our experience as an inspiration to find the moments of gratitude in your own life for everything, large and small.
Getting in touch with gratitude is the secret to success in your life. It connects you to other people and to God.
Gratitude in everything can open your heart to recognize the good things around you and give you hope for all the incredibleness that life has to offer. With hope, you can recognize the good and take risks that you may not have taken in a state of negativity.
Gratitude can burn away that negativity. If you focus on what you're grateful for, in the midst of something that everyone else may think is awful, you can be that voice of solution, of proactive change, a leader in whatever you do. One person with gratitude can change the whole conversation in the room.
Like Jim's close personal friend, Pope Frank, says, goodness spreads. And on days like this, the practice of gratitude is easy. Look around you. You're grateful for your friends, your professors, your parents, your loved ones.
You're grateful that you're in a state that has some of the best cheese in North America.
You're grateful that this beautiful day is finally here and that you have completed one of the major milestones in your life.
You are grateful that sometimes that cheese is melted on French fries.
On this day, it is simple to ask yourself, what am I grateful for right now?
On other days, not so much. Bad things happen. People lose jobs, are victims of tragedy. Some stores don't have cheese. But seriously, there will be dark moments. How can we feel any gratitude in moments like that?
Take the feeling that you have right now and remember it. Experience it. Live it. Take all that extra gratitude that you're feeling right now, put it in your bank, and save it for later when you need to make a withdrawal.
But don't take too much out, or you're going to find yourself in debt. I mean, you're already in debt for college, probably. And gratitude debt is different. All right, just have gratitude.
The amazing thing about gratitude is that it's absolutely free, but it does take practice. It's not a strategy or an attitude. It's a fundamental way of living and being.
There are not many one-word solutions to the secret of success in life. But if there was one, I would think it would be cheese and gratitude.
We would like to leave you today with this thought and this prayer. May each of us, in all things great and small, learn to live in a continuous state of love and gratitude as the years go by. Amen.
Amen. Congratulations, Marquette graduates.
Congratulations.